So I'm here. I am coming at you from my new little place, my own little cabin in the woods. I can't express to you how much this place feels like it was just totally made for me. And I feel like now that I've got a place of my own, I am gonna have just the time and the space, like mentally and physically, to just process a lot of things and to kind of birth this new chapter of my life and my art business. So, I'd like to officially welcome you to the Nook. Come inside, have some tea. We're going to be painting, we're going to be hula hooping, we're going to be doing some witchy shit. And I hope you're down for all that, because that's what happens here. So in less than 2 months, I've moved states. I've moved like 1,000 kilometers from Brisbane to the Blue Mountains. And I moved into like a temporary room accommodation thing. And I've moved house again. So I've done two pretty big moves and life changes in 2 months. And I think I've learnt a few things about myself during this process. I mean, I hope I've learned some things about myself. I better have. So one thing that I've really realized is that I am 100% definitely a nester. I guess I knew it before, but this whole move and like crazy time in my life has really shown me that I need a cozy little nest of my own to be happy. So nesting for me is like being able to be in control, or sort of in charge of the energy that I spend my time in. So that's who I'm around, like who I allow into the space, the objects I'm around, and like the cleanliness of the space, the layout of furniture, just the whole thing. And I love like an open space. It's got to be clean, it's got to feel a bit cozy, and just very peaceful but inspiring as well. So having, I love little trinkets and objects and stuff, but I've realized that I don't want too much clutter. It's a fine balance, So when I have my own place that's rejuvenating and peaceful and I just love being in, this is when I feel like I can be my most creative, which obviously is very important as an artist. So having like my paintings around me, like right now, I'm looking over here, and although the place is still a mess, don't get me wrong, it is 1,000,000% a work in progress. This is just the beginning. But having my paintings around me, it inspires me like nothing else. Like I just want to get to work right now. I love having things that I've made, things I'm making in eyesight all the time. So I've also learnt that like being a nester to me means like being quite selective about who I allow into my space, and clearing the energy out from people, and even clearing like my own stuck energy out quite regularly. So I'm very attuned to energy, and I get quite tired, and I feel quite stagnant and just really weighed down by, other people's energy or my own energy, if it's just left, to fester. So I really like and value doing energy clearing. So this is a little harder, obviously, when you live with other people, depending on what those people are like, because you might have to do it when they're not home, or like it's hard to do around people that don't necessarily understand what you're trying to do and might think you're a little bit insane. But I really like, honestly, just like a general deep cleaning. So clean behind everything, all the dust, get underneath in every crack and crevice, anything you can, from top to bottom. And also like fanning energy out. So you can fan with your hands or like a paper fan and like fan the energy, like I guess from like the back of the house and the corners towards the front door, or you can do it towards windows. But I kind of like doing it in one big go and moving it towards the front door and out. And like dancing, listening to music, like some really high vibrational music that you really love. And then afterwards taking a shower or having a bath. And then, you light your little candle and your incense and you're done. And honestly, that does the job. You have no idea how much that really, really helps. So, would highly recommend if you're someone who also, inexplicably you're just tired, or you're just down, or you don't feel light and energized in your space. So it might be time for a little bit of an energy clear out session.
I don't need your love. Yeah, I got caverns in my head. I'm lost in the darkness, wait. Then show me the sun. Show me the big bright star. Show me the sun. Watch it burn me down. Then show me the sun. Show me the big bright star. Show me the sun. Watch it burn me down. A million dreaming souls dropping in like flies into the dungeons of your lies. Living lies full of lies. A million other souls pretending to be alright, but we're all alright. We're okay. Then show me the sun. Show me the big bright star. Show me the sun. Watch it burn me down. Then show me the sun. Show me the big bright star. Show me the sun. Watch it burn me down.
Visualize your home as a vessel filled with all the positive energies you want to grow in your life. Love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, health. Picture your home so full of these energies that there's physically no room for any low vibrational energy. Not one tiny little bit of it. Your home is so full that love is bursting through all the cracks around the windows and the doors. It's just bursting out. It can't be contained. This love that's bursting out of your home is this bright, glowing light, and the warmth is radiating in all directions over the streets and the houses nearby. This is mine. I have a place. I have my own place. So as much as I absolutely am over the moon, oh my God, overjoyed at this new place that I've got, and I feel so lucky and privileged, and I can't even, I'm just excited. I can't express that to you. I'm so excited. I love it so much. As much as that, I've learned over the last couple months that there is a undeniable value in creating a stable home inside yourself. So this home, during uncertain times, stressful times, this is where you keep your optimism and your hope for the future. The belief in yourself and the right course of events unfolding for you. So having this means that you see everything externally as temporary. So, there's certain things that you want to happen, certain things you want, or ways that you want things to go. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because you're always going to have yourself. And you're always going to have that safety and love within yourself. And because you always have that knowledge, it helps you to sort of stay flexible when life is not going how you want. You're riding the waves, You're not flailing around fighting the current. You know what I mean? And it also enables you to sort of be able to keep an eye out and be open to new opportunities and possibilities. I don't think my internet works. So, I can really see myself enjoying living on my own for a really long time. I loved living on my own in Brisbane. There were definitely some people who were like, oh, you're gonna get lonely, living by yourself. You might not like it. Well, I freaking love it. So it's gonna take someone pretty damn amazing to ever get me to consider having someone move in to my zone, or cohabitating with someone. It's just so indulgent to be able to be just the complete boss of your own space. You're the head interior decorator and stylist. You're free to host your own one-person dance parties at 2 a.m. in the kitchen with absolutely no one to answer to. And as a witch, you can do your shadow work in private, and all the weird rituals and possibly unsettling looking things that you do to the outside perspective, you can do that alone in private. No questions asked. So that's a big bonus. I've had this thought multiple times lately that as a 30-year-old woman now, I can finally live out the childhood dreams of child Caitlin. So it's basically like having a giant sleepover with yourself every single night. You can stay up as late as you want, you can paint all night, you can eat whatever snacks you want, listen to whatever music you want. You can pull a hoop at 4 a.m. You can dance naked in the moonlight with the windows open. It's just like you get to spend all this amazing quality time with yourself, and I think we all should be our own favourite person, you know? Because as dark as it is, at the end of the day, the end of life, we only ever have really had ourselves. We exist in here. Our connections and relationships with other people are beautiful and are, you know, the things that make life so beautiful and rich and worth living. But at the end of the day, we only have ourselves. So it's kind of fun being your own favourite person and enjoying spending time by yourself and living by yourself and getting to do whatever the hell you want. Honestly, it's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. Should we move a bit and spice this up? Maybe. Let's see. So personally, I have a natural inclination to worry. I'm a stressor. I'm a big stress head. I will fret and worry and think of all the ways something can absolutely explode in my face and all the ways that things can go terribly. That's my natural default mode. But it's really interesting when I look at my life as a whole and I kind of realize, like, when have I ever really failed?
It's on the other side, I'll never know what it's gonna take to be.
I think the biggest thing I would classify as like my failing would be that I don't think I can say with 100% certainty that I've ever given 100% of my all to something. I've always been too scared to do that, and I've always made excuses as to why I couldn't do it. I'd never actually looked at myself until recently and admitted that it is fear. It's not, there's no other reason why. It's purely fear. And self-doubt sprinkled in, you know. Fear and self-doubt, they're like this. I've never failed, and I'm sure you haven't too when you really actually think about it. Things have always worked out, and usually in the long run they work out for the better. And who makes a judgment on what is failing anyway? It's completely subjective, and I think it's actually more of a feeling than a fact. You feel as though you've failed because you're looking at yourself through a little microscope instead of looking at the whole picture that's your life. Is there even any reason as to why we should dislike failing? Maybe learning to love losing everything is where we find something true and real about ourselves. I was gonna say that I'm really worried and anxious at the moment. And I have been for a really long time. I don't know where the line of talking about it in a healthy way versus not talking about them, because when we do talk about them and these negative kind of feelings and emotions, that's where our energy is going, that's where our attention is going. So we're growing these negative feelings and we're kind of reinforcing them. But also, I don't necessarily think that not talking about them and kind of living in denial is healthy or beneficial either. So, how I'm approaching my fear and anxiety at the moment. Let's get a little bit closer. Hello. So, how I'm approaching my fear and anxiety at the moment is by saying, I'm saying hello, I'm saying hi, hello anxiety, you're a bit of an annoying bitch, I'm not gonna lie, but I see you, I hear you, I get it, you're scared. But what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna be scared and I'm gonna feel the fear and I'm gonna feel the doubt. I'm not gonna try and stop you, but I am going to do these things anyway. And those things are like my dream. They're the ways in which I want to and feel called to share my art with others and show up in my business. Those things are the tasks that get me closer to my soul purpose. And are the things that, although they seem mundane to a lot of people probably, absolutely shoot anxiety into my very core. One of those things, for instance, is visiting plant stores and getting plant pot painting workshops going. Hosting my very first art classes here in my home, and my very first art classes in general. I'm very worried I'm not going to be a good teacher. I struggle verbalizing quite a lot, so I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm worried people aren't going to like what I do, and I'm not going to be able to teach and talk, and everyone's going to hate it and someone's going to kick me. And going completely in on selling like my original paintings and like really committing to that, and maybe even like approaching galleries. Double lap pillow mode. Sometimes I also think that we confuse anxiety and excitement because they kind of feel the same way in the body. And I think there's something to maybe not overanalyzing too much and maybe like letting them both exist at the same time. And maybe trying to reframe anxiety as excitement when you do get those feelings in your body. I don't know. I'm just a little blender full of conflicting emotions at the moment, I guess. Every day I'm focusing more on how my art is this gift to share the world. It's my gift. And how it's all like our individual honor and also kind of our duty to share our gift and our light with the world and to make the world a better place by sharing what we love, sharing our passion. That is what makes the world better. That's what raises the collective consciousness, raises the frequency of this planet that we live on. It makes the world a better, more enjoyable place to be. If we are all looking to share our gifts. And imagine if we could all like make money and live and support our families and support ourselves by doing the things that we loved. Like, can you imagine how happy this world would be? I get scared and I get put off sometimes when I'm thinking about my art in terms of money. But I get really, really excited and warm and just motivated and inspired when I think of how my art and, like, by extension, my business can be a force for good in the world, helping to teach and inspire others to listen to and grow like their own unique voice and share their own unique inner world through drawing and painting and hula hooping, because I'd love to start teaching that too. That is absolutely the most exciting way I can think of spending my life. And I really hope that if you're watching this video, you consider really like believing in yourself that you can share whatever your passion is. That's what you're called to share with the world, and that is how you're supposed to be spending your life. That's how we're all supposed to be spending our lives. We're not supposed to be toiling, suffering, slaving away for others and for their material greed. We're supposed to be spreading love, making the world a better place, dying and peacing out, and knowing that we've lived a happy life and we've made others happy. I picture all of us in a big room. There's tables and there's easels and there's beautiful rugs and floor cushions strewn all over the floor. The room is full of laughter and chat, and everyone is showing each other what they're creating and their thoughts and their feelings behind their pieces. There's art supplies everywhere, and there's mess being made. There's tears, hugs, dancing, laughing, tarot readings, and lots of snacks. There's cozy little corners tucked away for those that want some peace and quiet, and there's huge big group tables where people are just collaborating freely. The playlist is amazing. There are no obligations. There are no places to be. No deadlines. No chores. No must-dos. No responsibilities for anyone. Just creating, sharing, learning. A big art party all day, every day. On a side note, do you guys like my hair? I don't know if you can really tell that much what I did. You can tell a little bit at the front here. You can't really tell underneath. But I did some money pieces in the front. If you follow my Instagram, you would have seen me post about it because I did it a bit haphazardly with some box dye. I need to tone it, but I think it's quite cute. I'm liking it. I'm digging it. Just a little bit more like rouge around the face. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you to everyone who subscribed after my last video. You know, I got a few subscribers. It was really good, and some like positive feedback and comments on that video, and it meant a lot to me. So thank you if you're watching this video as well. And if you're new, I'd love it if you subscribed as well and like the video. All my Instagram and stuff is down below. Signing off videos is, I don't know if it's ever going to get easy, but thank you. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.